We are Petra and Kat. Come along as we share travel tips and discover new and unforgettable destinations. From hidden gems to popular landmarks, we hope our travel tales will inspire you to embark on your own adventures.
Because they could sell more snow cones. What do you think?
I think so, probably. Welcome to the channel. I'm Petra.
And I'm Kat.
And today we're going to talk about the White Pass and Yukon route to the White Pass Summit in Skagway, Alaska.
Man, it was a great day. That was really a great day.
It really was. We had an amazing time enjoying this route. We'll give you a little overview of how it all works. It's part of 110 miles of railroad route that was completed back in 1900. They're celebrating their 125th anniversary this year.
It was amazing. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, oh, it's just a little train ride, but it's nothing like that.
It's vintage passenger coaches, not from the 1900s or early 1900s. They are modern enough. They have restrooms and they do offer water as well. But they take you on an incredible journey up the Yukon Pass.
It was something I had never seen before. And now we were in a regular gas engine, but you can choose to take a steam engine or a different type of train, but we took the one that was like the strongest one.
And it happened that we were in the last coach. And having been on the last coach, we actually recommend that you try to get on the last coach. We were on the last coach because one of us forgot tickets and we had to go back and get them. And the people who were there early were at the front of the line and they came back to meet us. And I'm really glad they did because we got to be in what I think is the best place on the train.
Yeah, it was really cool because once the train is going, you can actually get up. There's little platforms on each side of the car and you can stand out there to take pictures. You can't go into another car, but you can stand on these little platforms and stand there as long as you want. And everybody took turns. Everybody was really respectful of getting pictures and helping one another.
Absolutely. So yeah, once you get out of the city of Skagway, which is the Skagway city limits, which is just funny really when you think of it as a city limit because it's a little town. But once you get past that city limit mark, they do let you go out on the platform, as Kat said, and take pictures. While you're out there, you're going to go past Bridal Veil Falls, Inspiration Point, Dead Horse Gulch, all of which are amazing. There's a lot of points along the way that you will be able to see. They don't stop the train very often. In fact, I think we really only stopped twice to let other trains pass us on the way back. But you can certainly take lots of pictures. But they're taking you along the Klondike Trail of 1898.
Yes.
So that was part of that trail. The whole thing, of course, was completed a couple of years later.
And why were they all on that trail? Everybody was on that trail due to the gold rush during that time and everybody wanting to get the gold. And gosh, I didn't even think about all of that before we went about that time period. And I just love history. So while you're on the train, there's somebody narrating the entire time. And it was just spectacular to hear all the history about this trail and what happened and those who died and those, little points of interest and facts that really I had never heard before.
There are no speakers on the outside of the platform, so I didn't hear any of it because I stayed outside the entire time, making sure that I got as many pictures as possible. What I do know is that the trail that we were on goes north 20 miles. It goes at an elevation of 3,000 feet. And actually at the end of the trail, you pass into Canada, into British Columbia to turn the train around and come back again. And they joke that you do not need your passport because you don't actually get off the train.
But what I loved about it is that right at where everything meets between the United States and British Columbia, they have all the flags. And I got some pretty good pictures of that. And the way they described it and how important it was for everybody to be there, like represented, it was really cool. Now I couldn't figure out how we were going to turn the train around, but it ended up being like this semicircle that I didn't even realize we were doing at the time. And another cool thing is as you're going up the 3,000 elevation, you can see the trains like across the way because there's a few of them going at the same time and they look like little toy trains. And it was amazing to see. I loved trains as a kid, so it was really fascinating.
Inside the train, there are bench seats on either side, 2 passengers in each seat. It doesn't matter which side of the train you are on because you're going to get a view up and on the way back. So if you're on the right side, you'll see a better view on the way back, et cetera, et cetera. But it doesn't matter because you can get great views by standing on the platform, or if you prefer to stay inside. We were really lucky that day because while it was a little overcast, there wasn't any rain, so it was fine to be out on the platform. There's also a longer version of this train ride available. I'm not sure if it can fit into a cruise ship excursion. You have to check on that. But there's an 8-hour version. It goes 45 miles further north through British Columbia up to the Yukon territory. And then you actually get back on a motor coach, stagecoach, I think it's called. It's a bus. And that includes lunch. And I think that the next time we go, we're going to want to do that longer version because it just was stunning the entire time.
And the other thing I want to mention too is you are going 3,000 feet in elevation. So if you do tend to be that person that gets a little bit of motion sickness, I highly recommend eating a good breakfast before you go and making sure you hydrate and drink water, just so you feel good when you're on the train.
Altitude sickness is a real thing. So, be prepared. Take some ginger chews or something like that. If you get any kind of motion sickness, it could be worse because of the altitude.
But I love the little town. Remember when we got back to the little town?
Oh my goodness. The town of Skagway I've seen pictures of it. It looks like a storybook. It looks like a movie set. There are amazing little stores and shops and restaurants and boutiques. Everywhere you go, there's something for everyone. You can find all sorts of cool souvenirs. Definitely check out the train shop, spelled SHOPPE, which is not far from where they drop you off to get your souvenirs, like your 125-year magnet, and all kinds of other things.
The biggest thing for me is when I was standing there, I was trying to text my siblings because I wanted to tell them that I felt like I was in a postcard. You really feel like you're standing in the middle of a postcard. I still can't get over how beautiful it all was. And the people who lived there were just the kindest people that I have met in a very long time.
For sure. And it's interesting because everybody told us it's going to be wet and rainy in Alaska. It's going to be wet and rainy in Alaska. And we were prepared and we were glad we were, because there were times when it was wet and rainy. But that particular day in Skagway started out overcast, and by midday, the sun had burned off all the haze, and it was a gorgeous day. And you could tell that everybody who lived there was so excited for it to be happy and pretty out because they were all out there wearing their shorts.
I think that's because they could sell more snow cones. What do you think?
I think so, probably.
It was pretty warm.
Now we have one extra bonus for you beyond the train shop, and that is the Klondike Brewing Company. It's a little bit off the beaten path. It's not in the main part of Skagway, and in fairness, it's not one of those things that everybody talks about, but that's what made it special for us.
Oh, and they had pickles. Like real pickles.
They had a pickle flight. I don't know. It was so good. And then you had a beer flight.
I had a beer flight.
They had all sorts of locally brewed things, including some hard seltzers, and looks like they had a pretty busy business. We got to sit outside in the sunshine, enjoy the time out there with our friends. We had an amazing server. It was just a really great way to top off the day.
And they had amazing root beer. Anybody who likes root beer would have loved it.
Oh yes, absolutely. So that was our day in Skagway. Comment below, let us know what you thought. Let us know what we missed, what we should check out the next time, and where else in Alaska we should go.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.